the significance behind this roadshow in terms of government's development plans?
Well, in line with government policy, to get an educated, to educate our people. Based on that, that's one reason why we want to take most of government services out into the rural areas. Most of these people are sometimes, they don't get to often to come to areas where the government services are available. For example, birth certificates. Until it's really necessary that they get a birth certificate, then they go and look for a birth certificate. But these are essential documents that they need, to get scholarships or to take their children to school or get TIN numbers. So, in assisting the government's program to ensure that people are made known of what services are available by government, we feel that this is the only way, or one of the ways that we can get people to understand what the services that are offered by government. Like the one we started up at Keasi, people got there are always queries on transport with LTA, the rural transport. What needs to be done. They need to get timely permits, annual permits. Taking the services there, people got their permits renewed at the site, at Keasi, when we were doing. And I suppose in Nadarivatu too, we are having the same thing. We are, as LTA is offering the services, FIRCA is offering TIN numbers available to people. This morning we have the best people from registry office coming to issue to accept applicants and get processes done for birth certificates where we can send through the DO's office. But really, just to take what we are after is to create that awareness that these are the services that government, and many of them miss out because they do not understand. Social service, people registering for pension schemes or to get social assistance. I know it's been done, but many of these remote areas or the isolated areas, people don't go and look for, they hear about it. But I think today the services are there. We are paying for the transport for them to come from villages around Nambombudo, Savatu, Navatsila and Nandrau. All together to come and see the services, including school children. SPM has always mentioned that he wants one of the main pillars of that is to get an educated society, exposing the kids. Like we spoke to teachers yesterday, and to them it was one of the first events that ever. It's something of historical to them that such events to be taking place at Nadarivatu. Once used to be the center for Colo North. Now, over years, they've lost all that. Today, to them, it brings back a lot of memories, especially to the old folks. And I hope that we're doing justice, and I'm sure we are really grateful. The government services are grateful that we have so much people turning up in numbers to utilize the services that we have.
So just second last question, sir. In terms of Nadarivatu, you mentioned it used to be the center for services in the Colo
North.
What are some of the immediate plans in terms of bringing back those services to this area of Nadarivatu to service the people and the communities out there? I understand there was some talk that we have some of the richest resources up in the Nadarivatu area. Could you just elaborate a little bit on that, sir? In terms of development, I know there's a lot of road development going on here. Just
yeah, we have a lot of. You have some natural resources like forestry, and I think PS Forestry is around too. He can elaborate more on it. But we have got mahogany. We got other. I think they're looking at teak and planting yasi around this area, and also value adding. Maybe around the area with forestry products. We have. This used to be the old forestry school here, but since he has moved out, the place has lost perhaps the services that were offered here. There used to be a big forestry industry, I believe, in one stage. in colonial times, the expats used to use these days as their holiday camp for winter. And I think the temperature, as you have experienced over a couple of nights, temperature came down to as low as 15, 12, and that's pretty cool. And it was ideal for the British expats at that time. But other resources that we need that are capable of other, especially the land utilization, and agriculture. And I think agriculture will be looking at a much a bigger program, especially in using the land to develop off-season crops. And that is for the hotel market. This place is ideal for off-season crops. I think you have tasted the potato here. It's very tasteful. It has that flavor quite unique to this place. And I guess we need to look at the market too. I think one of the complaints that was raised is the market. So if they produce, we need to find markets, maybe a centralized area, a collection center where we can collect and get other buyers to come in and buy. But there is a lot of potential. Using the land resource itself is huge. There's huge potential in the land. We have been the depot, the former PWD depot, or road depot at Navai, has now been transferred to the Ministry of Rural Development, and the Ministry of Agriculture, I believe, will utilize that as the main center for agriculture to house their extension division.
So in other words, the rural road show coming back to Nadarivatu brings back this sense of significance to the area. That's why you mean to sort of beef up the government's station up here in Nadarivatu.
Yeah, as you can see, we have really done up the whole complex, the setup, the current government setup here. And we have requested even Itoka Affairs if we can have a ROCO here, because the ROCOs provide a very significant link, especially with the villages. There are many villages around here in the three districts. I think you'll also know that this in Nadarivatu is the center for three provinces, the province of Ba, province of Nantronga and Nabosa, and also the province of Nitasiri. So this is where the focal point where they meet, and they've got the hospital as you can see here. That's the main center for the 3 areas, for Nabochila, Nombombulo, Savatu, and Nandraw. And we'd like to develop that, and maybe perhaps get a supermarket out here. The distance to Tavu, both ways, to Tavu and going down to the super side.
How soon can that
materialize
in terms of business center, like you mentioned, a supermarket?
Well, we need to talk to the respective agencies, if especially commercial supermarkets, to see who are the interested parties. And I think Commissioner Western is working very hard on it to ensure that by the middle of next year we have some supermarket or some wholesaler up here, up and running.
Are there any plans to upgrade the roads up at Nadarivatu area?
I think that's a good question. The responsibility for roads is with FRA, and if you see, the road has improved over the last month or so when we last came here. Now the buses go as far as Navai. Some time back, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they couldn't get to Navai. It's making progress, and we hope that it continues to improve.
The budget coming up in November, sir, if you foresee any plans in terms of budget allocations for your ministry, you'll be able to progress those plans?
Well, in the Western Division, under Commissioner Western's budget, definitely we have asked for provisions to look at the general improvement of the rural areas here, especially roads, the establishment here, the government establishment here like I said, the ROCO complex, bringing the ROCO here, we need to get a complex, not a big complex, but the housing and get him accommodated here. Yeah, Itoke Affairs, yeah. So we've spoken to them, and I think they are looking at it very positively.
What are the ministries that you are targeting to be able to
Well,
assist you in moving the development in this area?
maybe not directly now, but maybe we can request them to come up. As you've seen that we have increased the DO's setup here, so that maybe we can accommodate more. Maybe they can come up, different ministries can come up once a week once a month, or maybe once a fortnight, maybe once a week is too more. But they need to come up and so that the public, once the public knows that when they come into Nadarivatu Center, certain facilities or certain ministries will be available to give them that service as and when required.
I will just last question. Where to from here after Nadarivatu in terms of the roads or concept?
Well, I think that's a good question. Depends on budget, but we anticipate that hope to go into the Ra area, maybe around the Nassau area, areas that are quite distant from other government centers, where we think that the villages can converge, different villages from different areas they can converge, and show them what government has to offer, and perhaps from after Vitilevu, maybe we are looking at having one last one for around November, December, if we have funds. Otherwise, we'll move into January next year, January, February, then move into Vanulevu perhaps.
Support from the private sector has been very good.
Well,
And them here as part of government roads over.
Well, I guess it's a partnership thing. It's between government and private sector. Our services, government services, has a limit to where we can go. And then we ask the private sector to come in. Like you look at the banking institutions, they are here. Banking is very important. Yeah. I think the banks that can give loan. And I think BSP is also looking at that area too. We were talking to them yesterday. They're looking at taking up some of the projects that are currently funded by IFED in Nadarivatu. So perhaps maybe the numbers will increase through IFED funding.